Imagine waking up one day to find the world around you shrouded in a thick, impenetrable fog. What would that be like? In this scenario, our familiar world is suddenly transformed into an ethereal landscape where visibility drops to a few feet, and even the most familiar surroundings become a labyrinth of the unknown. The morning sun, once a beacon of the day ahead, would be reduced to a dim, ghostly glow behind a blanket of white. The immediate effects would be disorienting, to say the least. Picture this: you step outside your front door, coffee cup in hand, ready to start your day. But your usual path to work, school, or the corner store is now a murky, uncertain journey. Street signs, landmarks, even your neighbor's house, all swallowed by the fog. And it's not just about finding your way. Transportation, as we know it, would come to a standstill. Cars, buses, trains, even airplanes would be grounded. Imagine the chaos on the roads, the confusion at intersections, and the countless accidents waiting to happen. Routine life too would take a hit. Schools might close, businesses could shutter, and even basic utilities like power and water supply might be affected. The fog could interfere with satellite signals, plunging us into a digital blackout and cutting off communication with the outside world. But it's not all doom and gloom. In this strange new world, our senses would become our greatest allies. We'd rely on our hearing, touch, and even our sense of smell more than ever before. Sounds would become amplified. The smell of rain or the aroma of freshly brewed coffee would guide us, and the touch of familiar textures would reassure us. As we grapple with the initial shock and confusion, the question arises: how do we survive this? As we navigate our way through this foggy reality, we'll need to adapt, improvise, and most importantly, stick together. Because in the end, it's our collective resilience that will see us through the foggy days ahead. A world veiled in fog presents many challenges. Let's delve into what they could be. In this misty reality, navigation becomes a monumental task. The fog, thick and unyielding, obscures everything beyond a few feet. Our reliance on visual landmarks for direction is rendered useless. GPS systems would be our best bet, but even they might suffer from atmospheric disturbances due to the fog. Communication too would face significant hurdles. Visual cues, a vital part of our communication, would be lost in the fog. We'd have to rely heavily on audio and tactile communication, pushing our auditory and sensory skills to the limit. The fog might even interfere with radio and cellular signals, making long-distance communication a challenge. Transportation would be in a state of upheaval. Cars, trains, planes, and even bicycles become risky means of travel when visibility is reduced to zero. We'd have to move slowly, carefully, listening for sounds that indicate other travelers or obstacles. Perhaps we'd revert to simpler times, using canes or sticks to feel our way around. The psychological impact of living in a world without clear sight cannot be underestimated. The constant uncertainty, the fear of the unknown lurking in the mist, can be mentally taxing. It's a test of our resilience and adaptability, and a reminder of how much we take our clear sight for granted. And let's not forget about the wildlife and the environment. Animals, especially those that rely on sight for hunting or avoiding predators, would face incredible hardships. Plant life too would struggle with the lack of sunlight filtering through the fog. The entire ecosystem would need to adjust in order to survive. But what about the air we breathe? Could the fog impact that too? The answer depends on the nature of the fog. If it's water-based, our respiratory health might not be significantly affected. But if the fog carries pollutants or allergens, the health implications could be severe. These challenges, while daunting, are not insurmountable. It's all about adaptation. Survival becomes a game of wit and adaptation. So how do we adapt to a world shrouded in fog? In this foggy existence, our senses become our greatest allies. As visibility plummets, we have to tap into our other senses, like hearing. Sounds and echoes can be our compass, our guide in the impenetrable mist. The rustle of leaves, the trickle of water, or the distant hum of traffic can help us navigate through the foggy labyrinth that our world has turned into. Living indoors would become more of a necessity than an option. We would have to adapt to this new way of life, converting our homes into self-sufficient havens. Growing indoor plants for food, collecting rainwater for consumption, and using alternative energy sources like solar power could become our new normal. Technology, too, would play a crucial role in our survival strategy. Communication devices could help us connect with the outside world, get updates about weather conditions, and receive help in emergencies. Drones, with their ability to fly above the fog, could be used for surveillance or to drop supplies to those in need. But survival isn't just about physical well-being, it's about mental resilience too. Imagine looking out of your window and seeing nothing but a wall of white for days on end. It could be suffocating, isolating. We would need to find ways to keep our spirits high and our minds healthy. Meditation, exercise, music, art, these could be our saviors, providing much-needed relief from the monotonous grey. And let's not forget about the importance of community. In times of hardship, it's often our connections with others that pull us through. Sharing resources, lending a helping hand, or simply providing emotional support can go a long way in ensuring our survival in this foggy world. Adaptation is the key to survival, and in a fog-covered world it's no different. As we adapt and survive in this foggy world, what would our future look like? This is a question that may seem daunting, yet it prompts us to think and innovate. Let's take a moment to envision how our infrastructure would need to change in this misty new world. Buildings may become beacon towers, with strong lights at their peaks to guide those navigating below. Our roads, once reliant on visual cues, could evolve into smart highways, using sensors and autonomous vehicles to safely transport us through the fog. In this future, we'd likely see an increased reliance on technology. GPS and radar systems might become our new eyes, helping us to navigate and detect obstacles in our path. Drones could become an essential part of our daily lives, delivering goods and providing a bird's-eye view of our foggy world. Our phones, already a lifeline in many ways, could evolve into even more indispensable tools, equipped with advanced fog-piercing cameras and sensors. As for societal norms, they too would shift in this foggy future. We'd learn to rely more on our other senses, like hearing and touch. The way we interact with each other may change, with an increased emphasis on clear communication and community support. We might even see new forms of art and entertainment, inspired by the fog and our adaptations to it. Innovation would undoubtedly be at the forefront of our survival. Out of necessity, we might witness the birth of new inventions. Think of fog-resistant clothing, advanced air filtration systems, or fog-powered energy sources. It's exciting to imagine the technological leaps we could make when faced with such a challenge. But above all, in this foggy future, one thing is certain: humans are remarkably resilient. We adapt, we evolve, and we overcome. As we have done throughout history, we'd find ways not just to survive, but to thrive in these conditions. In the face of adversity, humanity has always found a way to persevere and innovate. In a world shrouded in fog, life as we know it would be drastically different. A blanket of mist, covering Earth for days on end, would transform our existence in ways we can only begin to imagine. We've journeyed together through this hypothetical scenario, exploring the challenges that would arise, the survival strategies that might be employed, and the potential adaptations humanity could make to thrive in this new environment. Each step of the way, we've discovered that while such a foggy world would be filled with difficulties, it would also present opportunities for innovation and resilience. Remember the challenges we discussed? Visibility would be significantly reduced, impacting everything from transportation to communication. Our reliance on technology would be tested, as GPS and other digital tools become less reliable. The natural world too would be altered, with changes in sunlight affecting plant life and subsequently the entire food chain. But as we've seen, humanity has always proven adept at overcoming adversity. We would find new ways to navigate, perhaps relying more on sound and touch. We might develop technologies to improve visibility in the fog, or find alternative means of communication. And in the natural world, species have shown time and again their ability to adapt to changing conditions. Looking into the foggy future, we envisaged a world where buildings are designed to capture and utilize fog, where transportation systems are redesigned for low visibility, and where humans have evolved to better perceive their surroundings in the mist. It's a world that seems alien yet strangely fascinating. While a world engulfed in fog is a daunting thought, it's a reminder of our resilience and ability to adapt. So, even in the thickest fog, there's always a way forward. This thought experiment is more than just an exploration of a hypothetical scenario. It's a testament to our ability to face the unknown, to adapt, and to find the light, even in the densest fog.